I still remember back in 1998 picking up MediEvil for my birthday from people, older people from the UK are gonna like remember this one now, but I actually got it from a shopping chain called Woolworths, which is not a thing anymore in the high streets. I believe it's online, but yeah, Woolworths. I bought MediEvil for the PS1, and I had a great time with it. It was a pretty good hack and slash game. You know, you get to play as Daniel Fortescue in the world of Gallowmere, and yeah, it was pretty good. Obviously, it was followed up with a sequel, MediEvil II. I didn't play that too much back in the day. I borrowed it off of friends, but never completed that one. However, I was thrilled to see that in 2019, for the PlayStation 4, Other Ocean Emerville, the developers, and of course Sony once again publishing, have remade MediEvil, and I was all for it, and I played through it, and more recently, I picked it up in 2019, but I've only just recently played through it. I don't remember it being so hard, but this game was hard. I got my ass kicked a lot of times on bosses and stuff. It's quite brutal in places, and I mean, I know I'm a basic bitch that usually plays everything on easy mode, but I really did have my ass handed to me at times. But gameplay within MediEvil is pretty cool. You get to use different attacks and different weapons. You get to buy new weapons, throwable stuff as well. You fight bosses. You got to find certain stones which act as keys. You can also find special hidden areas and whatnot. You do a little bit of backtracking into levels which will change depending on the order you do them. All that kind of stuff. You got to just go out there and be the hero that... I mean, Daniel Fortescue is celebrated for being a hero, but actually just took an arrow to the face. 1066 style. That's pretty much... that was his lot in life. But I was then... I realised that, hang on, it's 2019, it's been 5 years. Why haven't they remade MediEvil 2? And did a bit of research, and it turns out they're not going to, because the MediEvil remake didn't sell very well. Now, I can understand that. MediEvil is an older game on PS1. It's not a supremely popular franchise, because there was only 2 entries on the PS1 anyway, so there were no entries on PS2, so I can understand that. Now, I would have loved for them to have remade both of them. I think they should have done, because they had the engine built from MediEvil. They should have just went straight through and made MediEvil 1 and 2 remake collection. Look at Spyro, the Reignited trilogy. That sold really, really well. And then you have the Crash Bandicoot trilogy. That sold really, really well, because you're doing it all together. It adds more value to the whole thing. But when you just remake MediEvil 1 and just judge, we'll see if that sells and we'll make 2, it's not gonna, is it? Because I don't think it sold amazingly well back in the day. I mean, I'm fairly certain it did quite well, but it's not gonna make bank in 2019, is it? I mean, come on, use your noodle, Sony. But for that, I feel it's quite a shame, really, because we got this really good, very well done remake of MediEvil, and we're just been shafted on MediEvil 2 completely, which, for me personally, I think that sucks. However, if you do see MediEvil on PlayStation 5, or if you still have a PlayStation 4 and it goes on offer, or if you see it physically and it's cheap, it is worth picking up. It is worth playing through if you are a fan of hack and slash action adventures. It's got a lot of that stuff in there. It's got a bit of humor in there as well. And it is a good game. It's not a great game. It's not a fantastic game. It's not a crap game either. It's a good game, and it's just such a shame that we're only just getting the one. So I suppose you've got to be grateful for that, I suppose. But yeah, please let me know in the comments down below what you think of this MediEvil travesty. Would you have liked to have seen MediEvil 2 get remade? Would you think they should have remade the both of them together, like with Spyro and Crash? But yeah, I mean, that's what I think. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you on the next one.